You are not seeing less of the world because you're not paying attention. You are seeing less of the world because your brain decided, long before this moment, what was worth showing you. Your brain is not a receiver. Each second, your senses take in roughly 11 million bits of information. It is an editor. Your conscious mind receives about 40. Everything else is deleted before you ever know it existed. Not gradually filtered. Deleted. Gone before awareness has any chance to evaluate it. The question is not whether your brain removes information. The question is what determines what gets removed. And the answer is not relevance. It is not logic. It is identity. Here's the part most people miss, and it changes everything about how you understand your own experience. Your brain uses its internal model of who you are as the primary filter for what reality is allowed to show you. Information that confirms the model passes through. Information that contradicts it is removed before it reaches conscious awareness. The brain cannot process 11 million bits consciously. It has to choose. And it chooses based on what it already believes. This is where the science becomes uncomfortable. There is an experiment most people have heard of, but very few have fully absorbed. Participants were asked to count basketball passes on screen. During the video, a person in a full gorilla suit walked into the center of the frame, beat their chest, and walked out. On screen for 9 seconds. Half the participants never saw it. Their eyes registered it. Their brain removed it because it didn't match the active prediction. Your brain is running active predictions every moment of your life. And those predictions are not about basketball. They are about who you are, what is available to you, and what the world is likely to offer someone with your particular history. Everything that contradicts those predictions faces the same fate as the gorilla. If your internal model expects that opportunities are scarce, your brain surfaces signals that confirm scarcity. The signals pointing toward possibility exist in the same environment. They entered your sensory system. They were removed before you could notice them. If your model carries the quiet belief that things don't work out for you specifically, your brain interprets neutral outcomes as confirmation and positive outcomes as anomalies. The interpretation happens before conscious thought. By the time you form an opinion about what occurred, the editing is already complete. If you only remember one thing from this video, make it this. You have never had direct access to reality. You have had access to your brain's model of reality, built from past experience, emotional memory, and the identity it has learned to defend. The boundary of what you can perceive is not fixed by the world. It is fixed by the internal model your brain is currently protecting. This is also why insight alone produces almost no lasting change. You can understand something clearly and still not see it in your life. Because understanding updates your conscious model, but the perceptual filter runs deeper than conscious thought. The filter doesn't care what you know. It responds to what the identity model expects. When the internal model updates, the filter changes. Different information gets through. Not because the world changed, because your brain stopped removing it. You don't gain access to more of the world by looking harder. You gain access to more of the world by giving your brain a different model to filter from. That is not a metaphor. That is the mechanism. If this shifted something in how you understand what you have been seeing and what you haven't, like the video so this kind of mechanism-based content reaches more people. Subscribe if you want to keep exploring how the brain constructs the version of reality you live inside. And share it with someone who thinks the problem is out there when the filter is in here. In the next video, we go one layer deeper, not into what the filter removes, but into where the model behind the filter was originally built, and why it is so difficult to update even when you know it needs to change.